A new year, and January tends to be a barometer for what the rest of the year should look like. But the market is still toppy. When does toppy stop being toppy? Let me show you the signs of what to look for and what to be aware of in currently trading this market. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back to Trending Thursday. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. So glad to have you here. If you can hear me, by all means, please type a VV Nation in the room to let me know that VV Nation is here, starting off the beginning of the year with the first Trending Thursday of the year. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you're new here, let me know that you're new. My challenge to you this year to help us to grow the channel is when you come to Trending Thursday, invite a friend. Invite a friend. And thank you for that, Michael. Invite a friend. We want to get more people out there seeing the VectorVest platform. Let them make a decision for themselves whether or not they want to join the channel or even take out a subscription to a trial subscription. But invite a friend. All right, and I'm going to push that theme all year. Again, welcome. What is the Trending Thursday all about? It's all about looking at stocks making the news, but we go through the power of the VectorVest software to really dig down into if these are stocks that you should buy or stay away from. All right, so we do that every Thursday at 2 o'clock, as you can see here, right here on YouTube. It is a live stream. I am live. I'm pinching myself. I'm live and direct. Sitting side saddle to me is Joey. He is my producer. Say hi, Joey. Hi. Hey, that was a nice hi today. Joey doesn't always give a nice hi. A lot of times he's grumpy, but he's going to start off the year, new Joey. So. Again, thank you all for being here. I know we've taken off the last 2 weeks because of Christmas and for New Year's, but we're back in full force, baby. We are back in full force. We're going to make it happen. All right, we always start off the session.
Talk about the giveaway.
Oh, thank you, Joey. Got to talk about the giveaway. We are giving away a Tampa 2-day seminar. All right, the thing is that it is live streamed this year, so many of you who may be sitting on the fence, you're going to all have an opportunity to win a seat at the Tampa 2-day. I think it's $295 for the Tampa 2-day. Somebody's going to get it for free. All right, so chat it up in the room, folks. You got to type Tampa. Got to type Tampa into the room in order to be considered for the drawing for a free Tampa 2-day, all right? Now, the only people I want to have typing Tampa are the people who have not already signed up for it. If you've already signed up for it and you win, guess what? You don't win. I'm trying to give it away to somebody who hasn't signed up for the Tampa 2-day, all right? And it's our way of saying thank you for joining us here on Trending Thursday and supporting the channel. If you haven't already, please hit the like button if you like the content today. But bigger than that, subscribe to the channel. You will always ring the bell icon so that you can be alerted to all of the new content as it comes out. This is what we do, folks, and hopefully it works out very well for you. Now, if you're looking for all the hot stocks to buy, this ain't the place for it. We will analyze stocks here in the VectorVest software. It will help you all make decisions. And then at the end, I will give an opportunity to look at some of your stocks as well and use the power of the VectorVest software to do that. All right. With that, we always start off with market overview. What's going on in the market to help you, whether you're new to the software or someone who's been around with the software a long time, help you to understand what's going on in the current market conditions and how to trade it. So we're going to start off with the home page. Is this the right one, Joey, or this one? This one?
Yeah.
All right, so let's start off with what's going on our home page. For those of you who may be brand new, this is the VectorVest software, all right? VectorVest has been around for 30 years, over 30 years, trying to help people make money in the market. Because we've been around that long, we must be doing something right. And if you ask a lot of the VV Nation in this room, they'll tell you the software works for them. Is everybody in this room making money? I'm going to venture and say no. But are the majority of the people in the market in this room making money? Ask them. All right, all my VV Nation people, talk to the people who are brand new. Let them know what you think about the software. It's one thing to hear me say it, but it's another thing to hear a current subscriber talk about the software themselves, all right? I think it has a little bit more validity than just coming from the person who works with VectorVest. All right, so as we open up the home page, we always say that it's laid out like the front page of your newspaper, where market timing is always the headline story. Here's our market timing gauge. Every day this changes along with what's going on in the market. Today, the color guard is bullish, and VectorVest does advocate buying safe undervalued stocks that are rising in price. The three colors that you see represented here are bullish, neutral, and bearish. Today is a good bullish day in the market. Our color guard, which tracks three of our market timing indicators, is clearly represented on the home page. The price column looks at the price movement of what we call the VectorVest Composite. It is an indexed arithmetic average of all of the stocks that we track in our database. So the price column represents all 8,411 stocks tracked in one ticker symbol. We use it for market timing. RT in the color guard looks at what we call relative timing. It's one of our core proprietary indicators cast on a scale between 0 and 2. Relative timing looks at the short-term price trend in the market. Tells us if currently the market is in an uptrend or not. Today it's at 1.24 on that 0 to 2 scale. The market is in an uptrend. The higher above one it is, the faster in an uptrend it is, and the more below one it is, the faster in a downtrend. And the last indicator you see in this color guard is what we call the buy-to-sell ratio, BSR for short. The buy-to-sell ratio looks at the overall health of the market. Every stock in our database gets a buy, a sell, or a hold recommendation every single day. We look at the relationship of buy recommendations in the software divided by sells. Right now, we're saying that for every sell in the system, we almost have 8 buys. The market is definitely showing signs of strength. So this is truly an indicator that does look at the overall health of the market. And we track these symbols or these indicators on both the week over week and day over day basis, and we assign these colors tiles, based upon the movement of these indicators on their trends. You'll notice that in a 6-day time period, we have a lot more green in our color guard than anything. The market is definitely bullish. Now, for those of you who are brand new, you're probably saying, man, I don't need you to tell me that. I know the market is up. Absolutely. But we use things like the color guard and the other indicators and information that is in here to help us to know how to effectively trade the market. See this indicator right here that says MTI? That is the market timing indicator, also cast on a scale between 0 and 2. When this indicator gets to a level of about 1.5 to 1.6, the market is at a level where it's looking for a top. Understand. And this was a song written by, I think it was Creedence Clearwater Revival. What goes up must come down. Was it Creedence Clearwater Revival, or who was it? Joey doesn't know. He's too young. He doesn't know. I think it was CCR that wrote, what goes up must come down, spinning wheels turn around. Somebody in the chat will probably correct.
Tyrone Davis?
Huh?
No? Tyrone Davis?
It wasn't Tyrone Davis. I think it was CCR. But somebody in the room will probably correct me if I'm incorrect. I'm a DJ. I know my music, right, Joey? Joey knows I know my music. That's right. All right, so this indicator as a VectorVest subscriber gives you a heads up to know that the market is looking toppy. It helps you to adjust what's going on in your trading. I'm going to tell you that if the market's going up, take advantage of it. But that indicator, the MTI, helps you from getting blindsided when the market does decide it wants to go down. All of the major indices are up today. The Dow is up. Dow is the laggard today, only up about 0.8%. The NASDAQ is kicking butt, taking names, up almost 2.5%. The S&P is up about 1.5%. And our VectorVest Composite, which again looks at 8,400 stocks, is up over 1% today. A nice bullish day in the market. Now, let's start talking about what news is driving the market even higher right now. So we've got a sense that the market is bullish. Take advantage of the market while the market gives you, while the getting is good. All right? Take advantage of it. But be careful. Only buy on up days. On the down days, because we're at a toppy market, be very careful about how much money you're putting in the market, number one. Make sure that you have good stops in place to protect you before the market starts going down. I don't know when it's going to go down. And everybody's probably asking, well, you keep saying that the market is toppy. When is it going to go down? Well, how do you know when a market is finished being at a top? When it stops going up and it starts going down. So just keep that in mind. All right. Let's go out to my first news story, which talks about from a market overview perspective is we're looking at the Fed's Evans says monetary policy will be accommodated for a long time. That's important because the Fed's job is to look at interest rates as well as jobs. Jobs report came in today, Thursday, was a little lower than expected, which is good. Only 787,000 people put in new jobless claims. They were expecting 800,000. So that's good. Huh? I need to change what? Oh, I didn't change it? Dag nabbit, Joey. Why didn't you change it?
Because I'm doing this.
Oh, all right. Sorry. Here's my first story. Fed Evans says monetary policy will be accommodated for a long time. And that just means that they're going to keep interest rates low. And they're going to, looks like for the foreseeable future, it's going to keep low. And, lower interest rates help to spur the economy. And that's what they're trying to do along with jobs. The Chicago Fed president will be voting member of the rate-setting Federal Open Market FOMC committee this year. Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago President Charles Evans said Monday the U.S. economy has a long period of very stimulative, there you go, monetary policy ahead of its central bank works to help the nation emerge from the coronavirus pandemic. We all know that coronavirus smacked the economy like a redheaded stepchild. Are you redheaded, Joey?
No, but I don't think you should say that.
I shouldn't say that? God, Joey said I shouldn't say that. All right.
It's very insensitive.
I'm sorry. I apologize. All right. Thank you, Joey, for keeping me on the right track. The coronavirus pandemic beat up the market. Pretty simple. And the Fed has been doing everything that it could to put it back into place. All right, so Fed rates staying at the levels that they are going to be stimulating the economy the best way that they can. My next story, economists expect a tough sledding in the winter, then a rebound. So firms face a difficult first quarter as COVID-19 cases surge, but stimulus and vaccines offer hope for a snapback later in 2021. See this right here? These two things is what's been pushing the market higher, even above our level where the market is looking for a top. We've had a very news-driven market. The stimulus, another round of stimulus went out a little lower than what a lot of people thought it should have been. Well, it is what it is, but stimulus has been going out to people who need it. And the vaccines, Project Warp Speed was kicking into place. We have a vaccine in a short amount of time. People are starting to get inoculated, and that's going to help in regards with what's going on with COVID-19. Hopefully, that gets us to some semblance of normalcy back into our society at some point in time. I think we're all looking for that. I know that I am, but knowing that the vaccine is out there and several companies are out there, and we're going to talk a little bit about that today as well. And that's where we stand as far as what the Fed is trying to do to help stimulate the economy to get us through, as we have been pushing through the COVID-19 pandemic debacle on our economy. So I'm going to get us back into the software. And I'm going to open up into our watch list of stocks. This is our watch list of stocks. We're going to be looking at 12 stocks, actually 10, because 2 of these stocks represent what we're looking for as far as the market. Now, for those of you who are not subscribers to the VectorVest software, what do you look at for tracking the trend of the market? Many of you are going to look at the S&P 500. So I put that into our list. And then I'm also going to, if you are a VectorVest subscriber, we have our VectorVest Composite. So I'm going to graph the both of these to look at the news that's affecting what the Fed is doing on to what's going on in our market. I'm going to highlight these two. I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to view the stock graph. Let's put them up. Put it on a 3-month graph. Now, for those of you who are new, you may ask the question, why are you looking at a 3-month graph? Well, because I'm interested in what's going on from a swing trade, middle-of-the-road type of perspective. What happens every 3 months within a stock or in the market? Earnings. I always want to make sure that I have the earnings picture on a graph because earnings is the biggest mover of a stock's price, or in this case, even the market. As I look at the S&P 500 on my graph, let me tell you what I have. I have levels of support and resistance. All right, I have a 20-day exponential moving average, which is a good middle-of-the-road moving average from a swing trade perspective. I have our indicator relative timing on here as well. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to take that off. And as I look at this graph, the market is in an uptrend, pushing higher. That's our indicator, relative timing. Volume on the market, as we're coming into the beginning of the year, was starting to pick up, pull back a little bit, but nonetheless, the price of the S&P 500, or the spiders, is clearly above the 20-day exponential moving average, hitting a new all-time high today. Nice open body as the market gapped up today. Nice open body. Market's bullish today. All right, that's looking at the S&P 500. Let's go to our VVC. Beautiful picture of it as well. Clearly above the 20-day exponential moving average. Great opportunity to get into the market around about this time when it first went above, and that was on 11/3 of 2020. Volume's been pretty steady. Our indicator RT went above the value of 1. From a market timing perspective, folks, that was a beautiful time to enter the market. Notice here when the market started to pull back a little bit, it still remained above the 20-day exponential moving average, bounced up, still moving higher. New all-time highs on the VectorVest Composite as well. Folks, this is the market right there. So even though the market is looking toppy, I'm still not going to tell you not to buy stocks. The market is still rising. But I still want you to be aware that in a toppy market, that it's going to have the propensity to pull back. The higher the market goes, the farther the pullback may be. So just keep that in mind, because markets don't go up forever. All right, so how do you trade this market? Take it a day at a time. All right, as long as you're in the market, manage your stocks with your stops that you have in place. All right, don't panic. On a down day, just let your stops do the work. Let the market come to you. So I'm going to give you the information straightforward. All right, don't panic. Once the market starts going down, we have indicators in the VectorVest software that will alert you, and you can accommodate how you manage your stocks along the way.
How is their volume in the VVC if it isn't traded?
How is the volume in the VVC?
How is their volume?
How is their volume? What do you mean?
Yeah, is it not what's on the bottom?
This is volume, and it is traded. This is the VVC. This is our indicator. The VectorVest Composite does trade. It doesn't trade out in the real world, because this is our indicator of this is like our S&P 500 or our NASDAQ or our Dow. All right, it is the VVC, which tracks the movement of 8,400 stocks. So there is volume, and it is traded, but just not traded in the market. The closest indicator that tracks the VVC is the VTI, the Vanguard Vipers. If you track and pull up the VTI, it tracks the VectorVest Composite pretty closely, but it's an indexed ETF as well that looks at, I believe, about 5,000 stocks, whereas ours looks at over 8,000 stocks. All right. Any other questions, Joey?
No.
All right, so folks, before I go on to my next story, do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe. If you like what you're seeing here right now, hit the thumbs up. Excuse me. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If your subscribe button is red, that means you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. All right, so that's our market overview. All right, right now, it's okay to be in the market. Only buy up on an up day. Understand that the market is currently looking for a top, so use that information to guide what you do. Hey, if you like this content, guess what? You can join us live every Thursday at 2 p.m. here on YouTube. Join VV Nation. We hope to see you there.